Hi, this is Bharath here, the founder of Adventurus. We are a AI native company for real estate marketing, and I have with me today a very special guest friend, Aditya Jha. Recently, Aditya Jha has partnered with us. He's going to journey with us in this beautiful era of real estate tech. And today's conversation is about how AI is evolving in the real estate space, especially in the conversational AI space, because Aditya is a conversational AI specialist. Hello, Aditya.
Thanks, Bharath, for the introduction and pleasure talking today.
Pleasure is mine. Before we start, probably hear from you in terms of how this started for you. How is this AI journey started? And how did you choose this conversational AI domain?
I've always been into tech. I've been like a geeky sort of person. I've always enjoyed tinkering with tech. And I remember I was at a fintech company, been 3 years there, and GPT-3 had just come out, and it was just the start of this generative AI era. And I was at office when it got released. I tried it, and I thought that day that okay, we have to do something with this. I didn't know what it was, but that was the day I decided that I'll quit and try something. And it's been around 3 years now since that, and this is how I got into it. Tried a lot of stuff, a few things stuck, and here we are.
Wonderful. What I wanted to ask you further to that is, see, because I've been in this real estate marketing and marketing tech space for about close to 15 years now.
Yeah.
So, like, I look like a dinosaur maybe in that way. But I have been in a client's office about 15 years back selling websites. We'd been to client places telling them, you need something called a website. Only then we can probably onboard you on digital marketing. And so I've seen that evolution of website, online marketing, the era of the CRMs. And so it's a full journey in that way for Adventurus and us, moving entirely into this AI space. But in your case, you've pretty much landed in the AI era, right? Like, that's kind of, so how easy or difficult it is for you to start off right in the middle of the war zone, meaning from all perspectives?
Yeah, I sort of feel it's definitely harder. I think having a good business sense and that kind of experience is much harder to develop than sort of getting a tech expertise. And in fact, I think if I wanted to set my life ideally, I would want to start with probably services, understand client pain points much better, and then think of a product. Like initially when you start, everything looks shiny, and then you realize, okay, you're not actually solving a real problem. Whereas once you have experience, you always tackle the problem, and tech comes secondary. It's sort of supportive. In fact, like, you have done services for 16 years, you have dabbled with tech, and now you are doubling down, right? And where is this conviction coming from?
See, I started out as a digital marketer. Mm-hmm. Then we moved into real estate marketing specifically. Okay. Like, we decided to be specialists in one sector because that's when there were too many players in the field of digital marketing. And so we probably chose real estate as our space. And then we started building tools or adapting best practices for real estate marketing, not only in performance, but also in design, in strategy, in terms of performance or social media. But then I've always wanted to build tech. So one led to another, and naturally from marketing, the natural move is towards the pre-sales and sales. And we wanted to build tech for the pre-sales and sales. So we've started building the CRM. But then when we started building CRM, that was when CRM is probably the oldest, kind of platform or, product in the software space itself. So honestly speaking, AI just landed there right when we were building the CRM, because I've always felt, why are we kind of doing the same thing over and again? Mm-hmm. But then I think it was, if you just kind of be in the ring for a considerable period of time, there is, there is something which comes up, the magic happens, and that's what happened with AI. Right. So that's when we decided we're going to build an AI native platform for pre-sales and sales and not be a legacy software enterprise typically. And then one led to another, and we started building tools for pre-sales and then sales. And now with you, we brought in AI voice, and now it's a complete package. So that's what. So maybe just one led to another, and you just being in the same space for a considerable period of time, it just leads you there. And to answer your question as well, being in services, in getting into products, I think it kind of gives you as you said, you're trying to solve a real problem, because I'm just not solving a problem for a client, a builder. I'm also solving a problem for myself because I have been a marketer, right? So the lead funnels into the pre-sales and sales system. So we want to build a better platform to channelize the leads.
Yep.
So on to you. What I've always felt is from the last, the word AI has been, for me at least, less than about 2-3 years old. Yeah. And from the time we started hearing about ChatGPT, and it's only been such a short time, but it's become a very crowded space.
Correct.
Right? Especially when we come to conversational AI, we talk about AI voice. I see many players coming in. The entry barrier into the space is relatively lesser. So how do you see this yourself or us in the crowded space, and what's going to be the real product differentiation?
Correct. So since AI has started becoming better at coding and has become the foundational layer of a lot of tech, a lot of people sort of ask this, that what is the moat left? How do you differentiate, etc. But I really think even before AI, right, everything was there. If you wanted to build something, you could build something, you could hire, you could learn on your own, and maybe AI has made it slightly easier, but all of it was there. So building and the foundational tech has never been the secret to a lot of product. It has been a secret to few products, but not a lot of products have a different sort of moat. And that will still be the case. Right? A lot of companies have data-based moat. A lot of companies have operational moat. A lot of companies just understand the customer pain points so well that that entire platform seems to be built for that customer, and that is the moat, right? And I think through how Ad Unity will develop its moat, and already what it has is similar to the third category, right? Because you have been into services for 16 years, you have talked to I don't know how many developers. You and your team understand the pain points so well that every feature in your platform solves a burning problem for the developer.